What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Dear fellow black people, I just want to have a little bit of a conversation with you guys, and white people too for that matter, and everybody else that's in the United States of America. Now, if you don't live in the United States of America, then you can just watch and observe and then maybe apply if it fits. But I want to have a conversation, but this is centrally tailored to people that feel like they want to run in the victim and the oppression Olympics. You are not a victim. You are not a victim. Have things happen to all of us? Absolutely. It rains on the just and the unjust. Were you dealt a bad hand in life? I don't know. It really don't matter, because once you become an adult and once you get past a certain age, once you turn 18 years old, you have the ability to make a better decision versus what your cultural norms are and what you were raised as. See, I had this conversation the other day with y'all. I think it was actually yesterday, but had a conversation with y'all yesterday, and I was basically highlighting and going over how a lot of people are basically robbing y'all blind in order to keep y'all in the victim Olympics, right? And that race hustling is one of the biggest hustles to not only enrich people that understand that you are not a victim, but it is a big hustle in order to make other people rich and keep you broke. So for example, we was talking about how Roland Martin took $350,000 and then he tried to justify it by saying, well, no, that was advertising. No, it really wasn't, because you didn't disclose that it was an advertisement. And then you tried to cloak it and say, well, they ran ads on my channel, instead of just saying, hey, I'm being paid to interview her. They didn't get $350,000 worth of views on my channel and actually to be able to justify it. And so what I've been doing is I've been advocating for this person, Kamala Harris, this entire time. But in reality, they're just a part of the boule. She is a part of the Divine Nine. She's an AKA. I'm, one of the paid plants. And so, they basically incentivizing me to keep black people on the Democratic plantation. And there's plenty of other race hustlers. I mean, how can we justify Al Sharpton getting $500,000 from the Kamala Harris campaign? Basically, you guys donating and thinking that she was going to become president of the United States of America, and Donald Trump didn't even spend half of what she spent, right? And then they still ended up in debt. And so when I said that race hustling is the biggest scam, here's what I'm trying to convey to you guys. Let me ask you a question. For all of the people that you followed throughout your lifetime, and I'm not just talking about public figures and things like that, let's also talk about your parents. Let's also talk about the people that's in your household. Let's talk about your family. Let's talk about your friends. Let's talk about the company that you keep in the groups that you're a part of on Facebook. How have any of these people helped you to get a bag, become more successful, get yourself out of the plight that you think that you're in, and then ultimately help you to become a better version of yourself? Don't worry about it. You ain't got to answer. You ain't even got to think about it. I'm going to answer the question for you. They haven't. They haven't. There's no schools being built to continue to indoctrinate you. They already exist. All you got to do is send your kid to one of these campuses when they turn or when they go into college, and then they're going to indoctrinate them to continue to run in the Victim Olympics, and then they're going to go into African American studies. That's what's going to happen. But here's the truth, right? As we listen to the people like the Jasmine Crockett's and the Joy Reids that keep telling y'all that you ain't no Killer J. Reid, as they continue to tell you that you are a victim and that you need to be very much holding white men accountable for oppressing you. Listen, the only system that exists is the one that is the construct in your mind that A, keeps you on a Democratic plantation, and then B, keeps you saying stuff like defund the police, and you keep funding these people that don't add no value into your life. That's the truth. That is the honest to God truth. Listen, I cannot be any more truthful with you. The minute that you break off of the Democratic plantation is the minute that you get rich. The minute that you break off from this victim Olympian mindset is the minute that you then become successful in every other aspect of your life. It's the minute that you stop tying yourself to a group of people based off of something that they can't control and start tying yourself to people based off of the content of their character. But if you keep on running in the Victim Olympics and you keep on letting these people profit off of your perceived pain, that's really a self-inflicted wound. I mean, let's be real. You chose that trash ass degree that you went to college for, and stop blaming everybody else for doing it. You chose to sleep with that woman that you knew was for the streets, and you decided to have a kid with her out of wedlock. You chose to go and commit that crime, catch that felony, but you keep on blaming it on your circumstances and your environment. You was old enough to know the difference between right and wrong, and you keep on finding yourself in a trash situation. You won't make a better decision, but you want to get mad at other people that make the sacrifice to then become successful. And let's be clear, there's plenty of us. So this isn't applicable to everybody. This is just applicable to the people that's running in the Victim Olympics. But there's a lot of you. There's a lot of you that have succeeded, that have gotten to the highest levels of your respective fields and become incredibly successful, and you are still running in the Victim Olympics. I mean, for God's sakes, we're looking at Jasmine Crockett, who has been elected to a legislative branch that is crafting policy for the United States of America and its citizens, and she's still talking about oppression. They're getting paid, and they have lifetime benefits with no term limits, and she's talking about oppression. And then they'll cloak it and say, but my people. Who people? What people? Who you employ? Who you giving money to? How many businesses you funded? Listen, and stop thinking that somebody else owes you something. You know, I even see people that go on the internet and they talk about different people that become successful, or they want to do something for themselves or do something nice. And then they say, how many that could have went to this person. Man, stop counting other people's money. That ain't your money. When you get a bag, let's see how you play it, and let's see how many people you help. It ain't your responsibility to keep counting people money, telling them what they're supposed to do. That's why I think that whole tax the rich you give to other people. You can't take somebody else's money that they worked hard for, especially if they got it legally. Who are you? But they keep on telling you that you are poor. They keep telling you that you dusty. They keep telling you that you ain't gonna have nothing unless you get affirmative action. That's really the most insulting part, because they basically telling you that you're not gonna be able to do it on your own and on your own merit, and you can't compete. And so you need a boost. You need a boost. You need a booster seat. You a booster seat ass. Let me stop. You a booster seat person. I'm changing the way that I communicate because I want to be better. I want to communicate more effectively, and I want to reach more people. But you a booster seat. You need a head start. You a head start person. Insert phrase here. You a head start person. You can't do nothing unless somebody help you. And you know what these type of people are? They're the type of people that always need help, but ain't never the type of person that ever help nobody. Ain't never in a position to provide nobody with a job. Ain't never in a position to give anybody any assistance. Ain't never in a position to help nobody. But y'all keep on paying y'all money to these people that's scamming y'all, and they ain't add no value into your life, but they taking your resources and they telling you that it's good for you. Okay, all right, well, we're going to see how that worked out for you. What I'm telling you is that at some point, you got to break out from this mindset that somebody is holding you down, when in reality, you're the only person that's holding yourself down, and it's largely coming from your mindset and keep on running as a victim. You are not a victim, you are a victor. And it's going to take hard work and sacrifice. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to put in more than 15 minutes of work. You're going to have to stay at your job for longer than 90 days in order to get some benefits. You are going to have to do something that you never did before in order to get some results. But it's not going to come as a politician, as somebody that is going to do something for you. Ain't nobody going to fund your business. You're going to have to make the sacrifice for yourself and add some value into society in order to be rewarded as a result of it. Nobody is going to do anything for you. You are a grown man, you are a grown woman, especially for grown women, because y'all advocated for this. Y'all wanted equal. Okay, well then get your black butt up and do something. Do something different that you've never done before, and stop asking somebody for a handout. We tired, boss, of helping you help yourself. It's old. It's tired. And then y'all know what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna pass it on to the next generation, and then they gonna be running in the Victim Olympics, and they've been more free than they've ever been before, but y'all gonna sit there and tell them that they victims. All you doing is handicapping people. Grow up. Grow up. Become an adult and do something that you've never done before. That's my advice. Or you can keep doing what you've been doing and not getting the results that you want, and then tell us how you're going to be a victim again. I love you. And I only tell you this because I love you. And I know that it's going to hit some deaf ears. I know that there are some people it's not going to hit with. It's not going to resonate. That's cool. If 1,000 people watch this, we know it's going to be more than 1,000. If 10,000 people watch this, we know it's going to be more than that. You see how I project success? How I automatically know because I understand what it is that I'm putting into it. And if I don't get it, then guess what? I'm going to work harder. It's nobody else's responsibility except for mine to be responsible for myself. But the point is that at some point you can change the trajectory of your life, but it's gonna take you, and ain't nobody else gonna do it for you, and it ain't gonna system that's gonna hold you down. Stop getting into trouble, stop committing felonies, stop killing people, stop destroying people that look like you, stop giving self-inflicted wounds, stop taking out bad loans, stop buying cars that you don't need, stop doing stuff to impress people that don't even care nothing about you, and you'll be fine. Let me know what you think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life, and get your tickets to come and see me in person. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.